I picked a couple of ox hearts. First one's a couple of 100 grams. Add that one in, 331, so I'd say the average size is probably 160, 170 grams on the normal old ox heart. The Mighty Reds turned out to be quite prolific. There's plenty of fruit, but they don't seem to be much more than a normal average tomato size. They're of 140 grams. 140 grams is quite a good size for a tomato, for a sandwich tomato anyway. The KUMATOs, they're not a terribly big tomato, but they are quite prolific. This is the colour of the ripe ones. They're not quite black, but there's 4 on there, so 362. What's that? 90 grams per tomato, which is that's a reasonable size sandwich tomato. Like I said, they're not huge, and I haven't tasted one yet, but I'm not going to be very long out from that. Rouge de Mamande. There's a fair bit of variation in size. That one's up close to the 300 gram mark. A more common size is this one, around about the 150 gram mark. So, like, I'd say that the average would be roughly 200 grams. One thing I've discovered about these is that you got to let them ripen right up to develop their full taste. With the pink brandy wines, I eat them when they're just ripe. With these ones, I wait till they go bright red. I just picked the big pink brandy wine at the end of the row, so I thought we'll put it on the lie detector and see what sort of a 668 grams. That's not too bad for a tomato that grew on 600 parts per million. It's pretty reasonable. For those that don't speak metric, that's 23.6 ounces, which is about £1.7 something or other. Well, I suppose it's time for the all-important taste test on the KUMATO. That looks like a nice slice. Out with the jats. Oops. Take that bit of a mark off the outside. Standard taste test on the pepper jats. This is supposed to be a very light acid tomato which will not give you gout. It's not bad tasting. It's I can tell that there's no acid in it. It's just makes it a little bit bland, but it's quite a nice tomato. Yeah, I'd eat those of an afternoon, no problem. This is what the KUMATOs look like on the bush. I mean, there's plenty of them. They come in good sized clusters. They're a really good commercial sort of a cropper by the look of it. Just the right size, pretty heavy on the clusters, good taste. While we're over on this side, I don't often bring you to this side, this one is a green zebra. Now, how do you tell if a green zebra's right? The answer is, when you start getting these stripes, that's coming up to ripe, but don't pick it till you give it the tomato squeeze. If it doesn't feel like a ripe tomato, it's not ripe. So that's what I'm doing with these. They're not ready yet. They're a pretty looking tomato. They're again about the same size as the KUMATO, maybe a little bit bigger. Apparently they taste very nice, but a bit difficult to tell when they're actually ripe. I think they might need a bit of a heavier feed too. It's like these mortgage lifters over here. They've got that sort of underfed look where they're a bit knobbly and they've got this bit of a nipple on the bottom. These mortgage lifters probably need to be fed a bit heavier than what I've done with the other varieties in this patch. And there's another cluster that's pretty typical of the KUMATOs. While we're over on this side, I'll just show you a couple of these San Marzanos, which they're a good size, but they're taking an awfully long time to ripen up. It's quite a heavy cropper. There's plenty of them in there, but it's also very thick on the foliage, so maybe I gave it a little bit too much nitrogen. Maybe it's just heavy on the foliage. Now while we're out the back, I'll show you the yellow tomato, my pride and joy. I've been busting to grow this thing. They're quite a good size fruit. In fact, I think I'll pick that one. We might go inside and weigh it. As you can see, the yellow tomato is quite a lovely golden colour. That one wasn't quite right, but like it's near enough for me. I'll pick that one and give it away. In fact, we'll just turn on the scales. What do we come in at? 315. That's quite a respectable sort of a tomato. For that one's not grown in the hydroponics. That one's grown in the dirt bucket, 15 litre dirt bucket. I found out while I was growing them too that you have to keep the watering up to it every day. Have to be watered every night, or they will get blossom end rot from uneven watering. But that's the same with just about everything you grow in buckets, so that's the way it goes. Don't forget, I don't do Google Plus, so I can't reply to any of the comments that you put on the video, but you can always get a hold of me at totterdell91@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.